All right, good evening and welcome friends to this Friday edition of Burning Question. Disarray in the INDI alliance as the Congress continues to dither over seat sharing with its allies seems to be increasing. The fight over seat sharing has threatened the stability of the bloc. The only question that arises is, it's Modi versus who, and that is something which seems to be out of bounds for the INDI alliance to sort out at this stage at least. And remember, we are just about a month away from the Election Commission of India announcing the general elections, post which the model code of conduct would kick in, and the campaign also for all political parties. If you look at the developments of the last 24 hours, it seems that the allies continue to bicker. They continue to set impossible expectations of each other, with the Congress party perhaps facing the biggest brunt. So, for example, in the case of Bengal, while the Trinamool is not budging from the 2 seats that it wants to give to the Congress party, Congress wants 9 seats and the Trinamool says the talks are off. That's the situation, where they don't even want to talk to each other if the other side does not agree to the number of the other side. Let's look at what has happened over the last 24 or 48 hours in the opposition space. Then I come back with a panel of guests.
Another day, another setback for the INDI bloc as there is no consensus over seat sharing formula. Sources tell Republic that West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has refused to meet the 5-member Congress committee to discuss the seat-sharing talks for West Bengal. In another exclusive news break, Republic has learned that Congress is firm on their demands for 8 seats in Bengal. The Congress party says that there will be no discussions with TMC if their demands for 8 seats are not met.
No specific logic, with no specific demands and motto is now at stake because of the fact that Congress in Bengal, they are hell-bent in getting 8 seats. Adit Chaudhary and others are going to meet tomorrow, and most importantly, this will be the flashpoint between Trinamool Congress and Congress, and time will say in another 24 hours whether this is going to be the end of INDI alliance in Bengal.
The dissent between TMC and Congress over seat sharing started when Mamata Banerjee offered 2 seats to Congress, which was readily rejected by Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary.
हम लोग तो भूख मांगने नहीं गए। ये ममता बनर्जी खुद कह रहे हैं कि हम गठबंधन करके चुनाव लड़ेंगे। ये दोनों सीट हमारे पास है, उनकी दया की कोई जरूरत नहीं है हमें। आप अपने दम पर लड़ सकते, चल सकते, कुछ भी कर सकते। ये और नहीं चाहते कि गठबंधन हो।
Now let us tell you what's happening in Uttar Pradesh. Sources also tell Republic that Samajwadi Party is miffed with Congress Party for approaching the BSP, which led to the cancellation of their seat-sharing meet today.
The second round of seat-sharing meeting between Samajwadi Party and Congress Party got cancelled today. However, Mukul Vasne clearly indicated that the meeting got cancelled because of several reasons. And also, Congress General Secretary Avinash Pandey also stated that because of the unavailability of several leaders from Samajwadi Party and Congress, the meeting got cancelled today.
The Congress in their defense says that everybody who opposed the BJP should join INDI bloc.
जहाँ तक बात है बीएसपी की, हमने तो उन सबको शामिल होने को कहा है जो दिल से भाजपा का विरोध करते हैं। वो अगर समझती है बहुजन समाज पार्टी को भाजपा विरोधी है तो उसे सबसे संपर्क करके इंडिया में शामिल होना चाहिए, और अगर वो भाजपा का विरोध करने का साहस नहीं जुटा सकते तो ठीक है।
The INDI bloc is set to hold another strategy meet tomorrow. There is a possibility that a convener likely will be decided at this meet. The conflict only questions the stability of the bloc, putting a question on everyone's mind as BJP is geared up for the polls. Will INDI bloc be ready in the next 3 months? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
All right, welcome back, friends. Joining me to discuss Kamalaka Tripathi leader of the Congress party, joining us live from Varanasi. Rajiv Ranjan, national spokesperson of the JDU, live from Patna. Dr. Balachandra Kango, national secretary of the Communist Party of India, live from Mumbai. And Karuna Sagar, spokesperson of the RJD, joining us live from Patna. So two guests from Patna and one each from Varanasi and Mumbai. I would want to begin with the Congress voice here, Mr. Kamlakar Tripathi. Very good evening. And it seems the Congress party is in a very difficult situation, because if you go by the spirit of alliance making and to keep the opposition unity intact, a lot of compromises are being sought from the Congress by the allies, from Trinamool to RJD to JDU to Samajwadi Party to Aam Aadmi Party. How difficult do you think the seat sharing formula is going to be, given the fact that once the meeting of the INDI alliance was postponed, and tomorrow the meeting is happening more for deciding the convener and not for the seat sharing?
Look, Abhishek ji, I want to make clear one thing. There is no ambiguity, there is no problem in seat sharing. It is all about the talks we are doing. And there is no other way to decide the seats in any alliance. You go into talks, you have closed door meetings, you have the stakeholders with you, and then you decide. The basic problem is that there is a mission to paint the picture, because BJP and alliance is so much afraid of India alliance that they want to paint the picture that everything is not going well within India alliance. Whereas the situation is entirely different. When you look at the BJP alliances, what made the so-called all-powerful Narendra Modi ji compromise with Om Prakash Rajbhar in UP, who were very much abusive about the party, BJP party. They have more than 38 alliances across India, and their only alliance in Tamil Nadu went away. Discarded them. They have 10 alliances in Maharashtra. They have alliances in Bihar. And why they are so desperate that they want to break the India alliance partners and have share in their vote, like what they did in Maharashtra. Before Ajit Pawar joined BJP, he was all bad. When Nitish Kumar was with NDA, he was Sushashan Babu. Later on, it turned out to be other things. There is a difference between having an alliance in a proper manner and having an alliance in a desperate manner. BJP is desperate because it is in black and white that they are going to lose, because everywhere when you counted the vote share, when you counted the seat share, here you will find that there is no
Mr.
way
Tripathi,
for BJP to come back to power. There is a desperate need for them to project.
you seem to be putting up a brave face, and I agree with you that you have to, as representative of your party, present the best case scenario. But you see, I'm just giving you examples. And I take this to our RJD representative on the panel, Mr. Karuna Sagar. You see, Mr. Tripathi is putting up a brave face, but the fact of the matter is, in the case of Bengal, the Trinamool says only 2 seats to the Congress party, while the Congress wants 9. In the case of Bihar, in 2019, Congress contested on 9 seats. And now in the new formula of seat sharing, as the RJD, your party has communicated to the Congress, 17 each to JDU and RJD, only 4 for the Congress. So obviously, it's not going to be easy, the kind of compromise and climb down that the Congress has to make. Mr. Sagar.
Thank you, Abhishek. Well, I heard your opening remarks and I saw the preview before the show started. And as much as BJP would like to write an obituary of the India alliance, the India alliance remains strong. That is point number one. Second, it is an alliance of equal parties, whereas NDA, there is just BJP, and BJP. Here, there are important partners, and every important partner wants to work on its own turf. When there will be certain posturing, I do not know from where you have got this 17-17-4-2. At least I am not aware. I am sitting in Patna. If the numbers would have been decided, then there would have been a press conference, and the press conference we would have declared the numbers. So as of now, to my knowledge, the discussions are on. Discussions are very cordial, and depending on the past performance, the strength of the candidate of a particular party, and the winnability of a particular party and a particular candidate, the numbers would finally be arrived at.
Mr. Sagar, I agree with a lot of points that you made. We have picked up media reports of 17-17-4-2. It might be different. Also, this is just a proposal. As you say, rightly so, the discussion is on. Nobody is denying that. Discussions are cordial, obviously, when that level of leaders and with that experience of politics interact, engage, talk, the discussions are obviously cordial. Now, the catch is in the last two bits of your sentence, where you said that the past performance of the party and the winnability determine everything in terms of seat sharing. And that's what's happening in Bengal, for example. If I could go to Mr. Kango on that note. Mr. Kango, you see, Mamata calls you Santrashwadi
because you quoted me,
in Bengal.
Abhishek, can I reply because you quoted me?
Yeah, please do, quickly. Quickly, because I have your JDU representative also. Please,
the
quickly.
India Alliance is highly aware that we are working very hard to win this election. And we are putting a price on every constituency. The surveys are independent. Surveys are being done. And as I said, the past performance, the assembly election results, the nature of the constituency, the kind of candidate a particular party presents, all this is going to count. And this is absolutely a systematic, practical and scientific way any party decides to vote a candidate.
Okay, that's good for TV debate that you have this composure, as also Mr. Tripathi of the Congress party. But the discussions that are happening are actually very heated and very difficult. Let me go to Mr. Kango. Mr. Kango, Mamata calls communists in Bengal Santrashwadi, which I think loosely translates into being terrorists. Now, how would you have a dialogue or have a cordial discussion, as Mr. Sagar says, when these are the kind of words being used for you?
See, basically, there are two states where Bengal and Kerala are the two states where India Alliance will have a different positions than rest of the India. As far as Kerala is concerned, we would not like BJP to get any share. Whoever wins will be a part of the government in Delhi. So that is very clear. UPA 1 was an example where the left had won many seats, but they were a part of UPA 1. So similarly, therefore, that is not a problem. In Bengal, we cannot go with TMC and we will not go with TMC. But that has been very clear right from Bombay meeting. So that should not disturb us. And therefore, left is not a part of the discussion of seat sharing in Bengal. Now it is up to Congress to decide whether they would like to go with the left or they would like to go with TMC. We are not forcing them to take a decision. It is up to them to decide. Let me be very clear that all these serious parties are determined to come together to defend the interest of Indian people. Indian economy is under strength because of the wrong policies of Mr. Modi, who is selling the nation, and at the same time is undermining the constitutional values. And all these parties respect fundamental constitutional values and federalism. And therefore, to protect federalism and constitutional values and economy of India, all these parties who are serious parties in politics will come together and we'll have a combined face. Let us be I am very optimistic, and let us, in spite of media being so hyped, my previous predecessor did say about Maharashtra. What about Maharashtra? There are 3 parties contesting, all want to contest 40 seats. BJP wants to contest 45 seats. Shinde group wants to contest 45 seats. And Ajit Pawar also wants to contest 40 seats. So where is the unanimity? So if there is no unanimity in BJP, why don't you highlight that?
Okay.
So let us be very clear that as far as the election is concerned, each party will try to project itself.
We do highlight
but
that.
Ultimately,
Today, in fact,
the serious political consideration will prevail.
No, obviously. You are all national parties, and serious regional players. You see, Mr. Kango, if you see the panel today, it's Congress, JDU, CPI and RJD, because we were focusing on the opposition space. And the reason why, repeatedly, at least I have been focusing on opposition spaces, because for a healthy democracy, strong democracy, it's important that the opposition is equally strong. Now, by your own explanation, the picture that comes out is that it's a potpourri of alliances within alliances. So the INDI alliance in Bengal is different. The INDI alliance in Madhya Pradesh is different. The INDI alliance is different in Uttar Pradesh and different in Punjab. That's what comes out of the conversation that we are having. I don't know whether it's good. I don't know whether ultimately things would fall in place, hopefully would fall in place. But you see, for example, Aam Aadmi Party, it made a climb down in Delhi and Punjab for the Congress, sort of seen to be accommodating Congress party in Delhi and Punjab. At the same time, wants in return seat share in 5 states where effectively Aam Aadmi Party does not exist. So obviously this kind of jousting for maximum number of seats is happening at all levels between all parties. I have not been able to get in Mr. Rajiv Ranjan of the JDU. Mr. Ranjan, tomorrow the meeting of the INDI alliance that's taking place virtually, I am told, is about the convener of the alliance. You think finally Mr. Nitish Kumar could get the crown and be the convener of the INDI alliance, because Mamata wants Mallikarjun Kharge? I mean, there is no consensus between the alliance partners. You think Mr. Nitish Kumar ultimately might become convener tomorrow?
अभिषेक जी, सबसे पहले तो मैं समझ नहीं पा रहा हूं कि आपके सवाल में ही आपका जवाब छिपा हुआ है। आप सवाल के साथ उसके निष्कर्ष को भी खुद ही साझा कर देते हैं। देखिए, इंडिया अलायंस हिंदुस्तान के फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर, रीजनल इम्बैलेंसेस, रीजनल पार्टीज, नेशनल पार्टीज, लेफ्ट, इन सबको मिलाकर के एक बड़े पर्सपेक्टिव में, एक बड़े दायरे में काम करने वाला अलायंस है। और जो हमारे यहाँ एक डेमोक्रेटिक अलायंस के अंदर जो चीज़ें हो सकती हैं, वो आपको एनडीए अलायंस में नहीं मिलेगा। एनडीए अलायंस की पहली मीटिंग हम लोगों की मीटिंग के बाद केवल इसलिए हुई कि उन्हें खुद को ये बताना था कि हमारे साथ भी कई लोग हैं। ये अलग बात है कि उनकी कोई प्रामाणिकता नहीं थी, उनकी कोई पहचान नहीं थी, और लगातार वंशवाद पर बात करने वाले जो एनडीए अलायंस के लीडर्स हैं, उन्होंने 1.5 दर्जन वंशवादी पार्टियों को अपने साथ शामिल कर लिया। अब देखिए, सवाल यह है कि उनकी कोई मीटिंग नहीं हो रही है, उनके यहाँ कोई कोऑर्डिनेशन कमेटी नहीं बना, उनके यहाँ कोई कन्वेनर नहीं, जबकि जॉर्ज साहब कन्वेनर होते थे एनडीए के दौर में, शरद यादव जी कन्वेनर होते थे। आज उन चीज़ों का कोई मतलब नहीं है, इसलिए कि हमारे यहाँ एक मजबूत नेशनल पार्टी अगर कांग्रेस है, लेफ्ट का नेशन वाइड प्रेजेंस है, रीजनल पार्टीज जहाँ भी हैं, या हमारी सरकारें हैं, या हम स्ट्रांग अपोजिशन हैं, तो ये एक मुखर और जीवंत अलायंस है। और हमारे यहाँ तो सीट शेयरिंग की बातें हो रही हैं। कांग्रेस ने बाजाप्ता अलायंस के लिए कमेटी बनाई, अलग अलग पार्टीज के साथ, आप पार्टी के साथ, टीएमसी के साथ, राष्ट्रीय जनता दल के साथ, सभी पार्टियों के साथ उनकी बातचीत हो रही है। आप बता दीजिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी को तो आपने पैनल में नहीं रखा, उसकी वजह आपने बता दी कि आप चाहते हैं एक मजबूत विकल्प देश को मिले। तो मैं आपकी भावनाओं का सम्मान करते हुए मैं आपको एक बात बताऊंगा, देश को मजबूत विकल्प नहीं मिल रहा है। देश को 2024 में एक नई सरकार हम देने जा रहे हैं और ये इतना मजबूत अलायंस है कि हम सब कुछ सोचेंगे, समझेंगे, परखेंगे। अभी न आचार संहिता लागू हुआ है, न चुनाव के तारीख घोषित हुए हैं। हमारी तैयारियां मुकम्मल हैं।
ओके, फेयर इनफ। तैयारियां मुकम्मल हैं और डिस्कशन, संवाद हो रहा है। समटाइम्स वन वंडर्स इफ दिस इज द बेन ऑफ द अपोजिशन दैट एट मेनी लेवल्स, if you go state wise, there is no clear leader, in the sense that in some state is the regional parties which have an upper hand, and other states is the Congress. Like we saw in the case of Madhya Pradesh, the Congress was not willing to make any adjustment with the Samajwadi Party, and it would be a big challenge for the Congress to share any number of seats with the Aam Aadmi Party, for example, in states like Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, where incidentally Aam Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal has already announced a candidate for Bharuch. So it's interesting, it's evenly poised. It's a difficult dialogue that the opposition parties are having among themselves. We hope they sort of get... No, Ranjanji, unfortunately I have run out of time. I'm being told that we have run out of time. But we'll continue this conversation because remember, time is running out, not just for this bulletin, but for the India Alliance also to get the convener, get seat sharing going. On that note, thank you so much, everyone for joining us in this conversation. Mr. Kamlaka Tripathi, Rajiv Ranjan, Dr. Balchandra Kango, and Karuna Sagar. Thank you so much for joining us.